We've already done Bride of Robocop, so we have to do Seed of Robocop.
I want just like a frame-by-frame remake of Taxi Driver, but with Howard as Travis Bickle.
Kyle says he wants Crypto, which I believe is Superman's super dog.
I'd like to see him as, get the Drake business off the ground. I mean, I want to know where he gets his startup capital, how he interacts with annoying customers.
Pee-wee has to face the Matrix with Lawrence Fishburne. Rest as the cowboy.
The girl gremlin is still with, Picard there. Maybe, he does the deed and then you got the half-breed.
Mickey, did you just pull an Alien Resurrection?
There's a dark movie that I have where basically D'Angelo dies. Maybe they're at the funeral and he's giving a eulogy and he's like crying or whatever like that. And here comes Christy Brinkley in that Corvette.
Yeah, and he leaves the funeral. It's like Holiday Road. Yep. Kyle says Fright Night at the Roxbury. Beverly Hills RoboCop. We need Eric Roberts to take on the Predator. Predator of Greenwich Village.
Predator took my thumb.
Cheech and Chong's Caddyshack.
The people want Zac Efron as Wolverine, and we're going to give the people what they want.
Alex Bonafonte is pushing for a Pauly Shore universe where all his movies are connected.
I think it's perfect time to make fun of a Jar Jar Binks. So instead of a barf character, it'd be a Jar Jar Binks character.
Hot Tub Time Cop or Time Cop and a Half. Get Kid and Play and do Class Action Hero.
And they live right next door to 3 men and a baby.
3 men who are talking.
But I also want Cher and Dion, they're next door neighbors and Romy and Michelle.
Bride of Johnny 5.
She gonna have robot titties though? Because that's very important.
What if he starts Fast and Furious with lawnmowers? What if Junior really does give birth to Satan? Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, Scott and Todd are smoking coke and doing all the...
Charlie Sheen and Michael Douglas in A Nightmare on Wall Street. Freddy could carve Greed is dead into Gordon Gekko's fucking chest. What about The Land Before Time? But Jason is Fievel Mouskowitz. We all know how much he loves his mom. Leprechaun's fucking Day Out, where he just goes and does all this Ferris Bueller shit. Fucking amazing. Monsters are accepted by society and must get jobs. Due to the nationwide teacher shortage, Dracula's a history teacher, Wolfman's drama, Frankenstein is the PE coach. You might have something there, a little bit of Wall Street, Bernie Never Sleeps. They could fucking bury him at Pet Cemetery. Alex Bonafonte says we need David Lynch's TMNT.
It would look like a racer head.
Terry gets abducted by a cult. Now it is up to Buddy to team up with Kevin, his rival, to save the day. That would be the buddy cop movie of my dreams.
It's so silly.
Take my money.
Pretty much like the same as the first one, but they're way older. They're in their 60s or 70s. And it's senior citizen Kumite, and everybody's got a back thumb.
I'd see a Scrooge movie with Eddie Murphy. Don't let Mel Gibson direct it.
Passion of the Scrooge.
John McClane at the first Christmas. He's got to protect Jesus, the baby. Die Hard, 3 wise men. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, the 3 fucking wise men have to be played then by Samuel L. Jackson, Reginald Vell Johnson,
Argyle.
And Argyle, yeah. So why couldn't we have Star Wars Holiday Special, Jar Jar's Big Adventure? What if Vincent LaGuardia Gambini died and his ghost has to come back and help win the case?
What?
Could you do an other guy universe where Garth and Ted and Beavis somehow have their own movie without their leading guys?
Yeah.
You do Chris Kattan, David Spade, and Dana Carvey. Make Garth the main character this time.
Speak to Luge.
I want a Groundhog's Day with Sinbad.
I would not be mad at a Don't Tell Mom board game, though. The game of life, that kind of thing. Does do you get the job at GW or do you work at Clown Dog? D.H. Curtis Armstrong and give us Booger Begins.
We're going to do Police Academy where it's gritty. It's like NYPD Blues. Mahoney shows his ass all over the place.
And then they go in the showers and compare each other's dicks for the next 10 minutes.
And I want to bring back Gay Man and Midget Man. Why can't you build towards a blank Justice League? I want to see this dark version where the school burned down and the man whose whole life is about discipline goes batshit fucking crazy. And there's some sort of street gang of machine gunners that are out to get him. There's punks and metalheads, and I think that's a whole movie. Eat lead slackers.
Can you do a Marvel movie with The Last Dragon?
Aerosmith's playing Texas again, and then you have McConaughey and London making a trek to some part in Texas.
It's my dinner with Andre in the car, and it's just 20 years later. What have you done with your life? I want a Walter movie. Just John Goodman.
The E.T. 2 Judgment Day, just like the James Cameron version. Like, what would that be?
I mean, I'm picturing E.T. waddling over skulls, in LA in 2019 with laser beams going by.
Oh my God, you could have had fucking Charles Bronson and Clint Eastwood. Would have been amazing.
Louis Gossett Jr.'s Chuck. A Cronenberg alien movie, that would be hardcore.
I would appreciate giving some acknowledgement to the TV show too. Like, how about having both Lisas and both, it's almost like the Bill and Ted kind of scenario where you have the, the Anthony Michael
Weird
Hall.
Science, No Way Home.
You have Long Duck Dong, you have Ducky, and then you have Howard the Duck, and then they have like a DuckTales movie where it's just the three of them, and they just solve mysteries and crime.
You don't want to watch Goro and Kano having dinner with each other again?
I would totally watch a 2-hour movie just of that. It's my dinner with Andre, but with Goro. There's an interesting one in the chat here. Mannequin 3 takes place at a strip mall, so Mannequin on a budget. We finally get to see the party that Richter and Quaid get to attend, and it is a rager. It's a Total Recall bachelor party. I would fucking watch that in a second.
See you at the party, Richter.
To be today. Like Leprechaun in space, kind of like Airborne in the Hood.
Mash up Great Balls of Fire with Enemy Mine and call it Great Balls of Mine.
Can you imagine Romeo and Michelle behind bars?
Could you do like a Boyd's in the Hood, like Graboids in the Hood kind of thing? A behind-the-scenes documentary of the game show itself, sort of like The Office. We see Sub-Zero's commute, Dynamo's marriage problems at home. Chainsaw hasn't worked in years, but due to budget cuts, Principal Shoop hires him to teach film in summer school. Expect cameos, laughs, and some life lessons. The entire Saved by the Bell crew comes in to help Jessie and operate her own club with a hilarious cameo from Mr. Belding. A very species Christmas.
A very species
in New
Christmas.
York. I like though, Mickey picks Cable Kai. And then the house gets robbed while this youngest Cone is there, and it's Cone alone. Yeah, Macaulay Cone had a sitcom version of Carrie, like a multicam laugh track. Everything's a catchphrase. 'Cause you're a goddamn sinner. Ha ha ha, laugh track. I could also see Elvira's Playhouse. Christina's now a jet ski, and spring break is in session. It's up to the only sober spring breaker to save his friends from this deadly wave runner.
I would love a Toxic cheaper by the dozen.
Oh, Toxie just run down raising all these little kids, all these little baby Toxies. Toxic Day Camp. A Ramona Ricketts story. Like,
I actually think it'd be interesting to have a world like, what happens when all the bugs are gone? What happens when you don't need the army? What do you do with them?
A movie about Johnny Rico just flipping the fuck out and just like gunning the shit out of a town and fucking with the local police. Like, yeah, I'm pretty much there for that. Rico, First Bug Part 2. I also thought a separate movie you could do would just be Ladies Night about Jimmy Moore. Like, that's a fucking character I would absolutely watch an entire movie of. And this world needs more John Lovitz movies. Danielle Harris is kind of her father's daughter in this. Darian, fast talking, take no shit. Why couldn't we do like a Netflix series about like her as a private detective now, and maybe she's had some fucking loss in life?
I know you're gonna call it The Last Girl Scout. Don't. That's
you have to.
Forrest Gump could be a hacker.
You could make his processor run really, really fast.
Macaulay Culkin wakes up. He's chained to a bathroom in this house, and there's a talk boy, and it says "Play Me."
Right, the talk boy plays.
But there are pitches in here. I'm sorry, like It's a Wonderful Life 2, Electric Boogaloo, which I'm all for.
I love the team up of The Rock and Kevin Hart. I'm telling you.
Oh my God, that's so horrible.
I would like to see a story take place more in Toontown and just have it be almost like a someone gets murdered every week, episodic Law and Order type Roger Rabbit.
Can you do something where Nick has learned from French class and he decides that he's going to enlarge penises with the machine?
I can't see Disney having a problem with this at all. Oh God, if they had ever been able to take If Looks Could Kill to space.
Can you get Tom Cruise near a real tornado?
He would do it.
Yeah, he would demand that the tornadoes be real. You could literally do the Dirty D prequel. Just, getting dirty It's just the rise of Dirty D. I want Matt Frewer and Jeff Fahey, the two Lawnmower Men. I want Lawnmower Man 3. It's raining Lawnmower Men. Now I want a fucking goofy time travel movie.
You could totally do a goofy Back to the Future.
You're a goof, McFly. You're always going to be a goof. Yeah, can you imagine Christopher Nolan doing that? He really would put actors in with real sharks just to film it in 70 millimeter.
What about Austin Powers and Beyond Thunderballs?
I'm wired to hate it, but I love that weird Wildorf character. Like, I would actually watch a spin-off where he's left on Earth and he has to adjust, like the Howard the Duck story with Wildorf. Like, you know, what does he do for a living? How does he find his way?
American Bloodsport Kickboxer. And literally, it's Van Damme versus Van Damme.
Rex Manning is rediscovered by a TikTok influencer and becomes a sensation. Now he has to overcome his demons and doubts to take to the stage once again and say no more. More. The rise, fall, and rise again. Like Walk Hard, the story of Rex Manning. I mean, part of me would just honestly watch like the Sega version of this. Like, especially because at the time, it would have been so low rent. It would have been made with like the quality of like a Mac and Me. Pacino and De Niro as Mario and Luigi and have it directed by Scorsese. What if this movie had happened just 2 years later and it had been, say, the Ultimate Warrior as the hero instead of Hulk Hogan?
I want a clash of Anaconda and Congo.
We're talking Anacongo, and I absolutely love it.
My Anacongo don't want none unless you got buns, hon.
Call the PTA on that one.
Get this. What if you got him and Henry Thomas? Get a bunch of these kids that are in, like, get the kid that was in Mac and Me. Get a bunch of these guys, you know, make it kind of
like an Expendables of washed up alien movie stars from the 80s.
God, why do you hate the world? What you want, Highlander 2, the quickening of meatheads? That's what you want? Just make the Mr. Bean Street Fighter movie.
Grand Theft Starfighter, and I don't know how it worked, but I'm in. I don't care. Give me Scarface in space. That's all I need. That's all I need. Dude. You could do, Death Becomes Them or something.
How politically correct for this day and age.
Death Becomes They/Them. Yeah, it's time we went with Frank Stallone.
Stop for my brother shoot.
What happens for the One-Eyed Willie ship? I think that'd be really interesting.
That's like One-Eyed Willie's Carlito's Way Rise to Power. I also thought an interesting plot for the movie would be that the Garbage Pail Kids are getting canceled. So it's like Garbage Pail Kids versus cancel culture. You could have like Incel Eddie, Woke Winston, and
Misinformation Mark.
What about Wendy?
Creepy Karen.
No, Cameron's Day Off.
Oh, I would watch that.
Build on the dance scene from Predator 2 behind the scenes and have the Predators team up with Turbo and Ozone for Breakin' Predator Electric Boogaloo. We follow the pizza shop in Miami until 4 gets involved in the Miami nightlife scene and becomes a target of a crime kingpin, leaving 2 and 3 to rescue him. It's multi-vice. Valverde has been overthrown yet again, but Matrix has amnesia and it's up to his brother Vincent to help John not be a wimp. It's Danny DeVito in Twin Commandos. Oh my God.
That actually is kind of funny.
I want a prequel on Chavez. That's what I want.
Oh God, Red Sands Creek.
Give me that.
That would be a hard movie to watch, but I would watch the fuck out of that. Troop leader Annie Herman returns, killing the troop, revealing Annie is short for Angela. Troop sleepaway camp. Now I just want the trauma version of the faculty. This time the Cretans are the heroes against the aliens. Hudson Hawk lives a quiet married life and begins coming to terms with his unique abilities. He moonlights as a nearly invincible vigilante in M. Night Shyamalan's Unhawkable.
And you combine Darkman with Taken, and he uses his fake skin disguises to rescue people around the world.
Yeah. What if it's Big Earn's not revenge, but his redemption? What if he trains someone who's got a serious disadvantage, like a missing hand or something like, something similar to Roy, something that reminds him of Roy Munson, or it could be Roy's kid or something. I would love to see Tank Girl just killing machines in the apocalypse. Like, it could be a Terminator knockoff, it could be like Foot Clan, it could be anything. But if it's just Tank Girl versus the machines, I'm down for whatever it is.
You could do a Gary Maguire with John Lovitz as this like shitty brother that no one heard about that like runs a dog track.
Gary Maguire.
Done. Sold. That's it.